Hey, what's going on, guys? Got a video back here with you today. It's going to be on Rainbow Six Siege, and let's hop right into it. So, I've definitely played this game before, but last time I played it, or seriously played it anyway, it's probably back in I want to say 2017, 2018, so needless to say, it's been quite some time, quite a few years, and figured I'd give it another try. Kind of just looking for a nice competitive game to get a break from the likes of CS2 and yeah, so let me get into what I think of it. So now I'm playing it on PC. I used to play it back on PlayStation 4, but I figured since I got the PC, we might as well try it out, and I kind of do like it on mouse and keyboard, so I'm going to stick to it on there. Yeah, I guess one thing is I feel like I've had to completely relearn the game. It's partially because of all the new maps and all the new operators, but also just pretty rusty with the mechanics of it too, because it's honestly I'd say it's a very unique game as far as what it takes to be successful and be in the right positions in it. So yeah, I felt like a lot of relearning, and I'm really not good at the game still, even, I mean, you'll see it in these clips, but yeah, just want to get a bit better and have some fun with it. But so yeah, let's hop into some of my impressions of the game. I want to say first off that since I played last, there's a lot more operators, and I know some people I've seen online complain about wanting to go back to the amount of operators there were year 1, year 2, that sort of thing. But honestly, from an outsider looking in, I think it's pretty cool, all the different options you have. Sometimes it's a bit overwhelming when you're kind of on that screen trying to figure out who you want. You don't know much about them, but after trying out a decent amount of them here, I kind of say it's gotta be one of the upsides to me, because I still haven't tried all of them, and I still feel like I've gotten quite the range of things. So I guess some of the operators I've been liking before I get on to more impressions. Attackers, I'm a huge fan of Fuse, which I liked him back when I played previously, but man, those cluster grenades are just too fun, especially on the bomb mode. Very dangerous on the hostage mode, but yeah, bomb mode, so fun. Also, for the attackers, Ram, that little tank thing that you throw down that just wrecks everything in front of it, I think just looks cool and sounds obnoxious, but also pretty useful too, so good fun one. And then another basic one, Ash, I do like her. I know I used to use her back in the day too, but yeah, just being able to break more things and break them from a distance is always nice. And then some of the defenders that I liked using so far are Jaeger. Not too much to say about him, just trophy systems, all around solid character. Mira, those little one-way mirrors you can put up, or one-way windows, whatever you call them. Those seem pretty useful, and I'm trying to get better at placing them strategically and place them in a way that I can get free kills off of them, but not too great at that. You probably won't see any clips of that in here. And then the one I've probably been using the most lately is Lesion. Definitely didn't have him when I last played, but yeah, just being able to set quite a high number of mines around and get info on where people are, and also do a little chip damage is also nice. So kind of annoying to play against them, though. I've played against them a couple times and did not realize I had to take those thorns out of myself, so yeah, that was dumb. But anyway, going on to more impressions of the game, I like that there's a pretty high skill gap, but even higher than the skill gap, I feel like, is the knowledge gap, which for someone who might be watching this video who's played it throughout its life cycle might not feel this way, but for me, coming in basically as a new player, or returning player, I guess, whatever you want to call it, I feel like the knowledge gap between all the different maps and all the angles and all of the gadgets and tools that you get to use with the operators, it just a lot of times I would die and I would just kind of watch the replay and be like, I didn't know that was possible, or I was not aware of that angle, or that was completely over my head as far as what that gadget's doing. So yeah, I guess some people could see that as a complaint, but for me, I think it's pretty cool. It gives you something to work towards and learn about the game, and yeah, makes it a pretty in-depth game for you not necessarily doing a whole lot different each round, especially if you only play the tactical mode, which is what I've been mostly playing. But anyway, Speaking of tactical mode, leads to a lot of intense situations, and I'm sure you guys, if you've played this game, know what I'm talking about, but any of the 1vx situations you get put in are just stressful, or knowing your team's spectating you and you're like, I'm going to miss a shot, and you almost always do. It's also just intense when you get a couple important kills. You just feel like, I don't know, you just get kind of hyped up, and it's fun. It makes for a good experience. And then I'd say too, and another impression is I kind of expected the graphics to be a bit further behind, because I was like, it's a 10-year-old game at this point, so let me take a look. It runs at great frame rates on my computer, and also just look good too, so but yeah, I guess it's going to get even better though with the Rainbow Six Siege X update that they're doing, but I'll talk about that a little bit more later. And yeah, all in all, I've just been enjoying my time with it, and just kind of feeling it out, learning a bit more, and I kind of want to keep playing, and I want to be able to try out ranked. I'm not level 50 yet on my clearance levels, so I have to get up to there, but once I do, I'm going to give that a try and see how that goes. Hopefully in those ranked games you get a bit more communication from randoms and stuff. I haven't been really playing with other people, so it's all hit and miss with communication and camera usage and all that fun stuff, so yeah. And I guess, yeah, if I keep playing, I just need to, like I kind of mentioned earlier, is just focus on learning the maps and the operators better, and just focus on improving my knowledge of the game. So definitely might give it a try, watching some high-level players play and see what they're doing that I'm not doing. Let's see, I also need some more practice with certain angles you take, and which ones are good angles and which ones are bad in gunfights. There's definitely a bit of a gap to it, especially with the leaning. It's very important that you're taking good fights at good angles, and with that said too, with the gunfights, I definitely need to work on my aim a bit, and then also be better about pre-firing, because I've noticed even just spectating some teammates or seeing clips, it's very apparent that the players who are having the most success are pre-firing in certain situations. And yeah, another thing too is positionally on defense, I feel pretty lost. You'll probably see a clip or two in here of me just laying down in a corner, and I know at certain points that's kind of what the game turns into, but I feel like I have not played defense very dynamically and need to work on that. So yeah, it's kind of stuff I personally want to work on in the game, and I'm sure a lot of people could work on it too. But yeah, and then let's see, another thing I want to talk about is the future of this game and some of the stuff I've been seeing online about it. It's looks pretty promising, and yeah, so first thing I saw is that Rainbow Six Siege X was announced. Basically, it sounds like an overhaul of the game, its engine, its graphics, all that sort of stuff. I don't know all the specifics of it. There's better YouTube videos out there for that, but and we'll also be getting more info on it in March, so that'll be good. But it's cool to see that they're kind of going the route of CS2 versus compared to CSGO, where it is somewhat of it's an advancement of the game, but it's not a direct sequel, so you're not going to start over and start from the ground up with operators. I know some people will be happy about that, some won't. I think it's ultimately a good thing since you already have an established game. And yeah, so on top of that, another thing coming soon is they have a new season starting up here in a couple days. Definitely want to take a look at that. Saw they're adding, calling it prep phase, they're adding a new operator with the wall on offense, which I was like, that seems pretty interesting. But yeah, well, let's see how that plays out. And yeah, so another thing about the future of the game is they're in year 10 right now, and it still seems to have a pretty large player base and has pretty quick queue times for it too. So, you know, I'm pretty happy about that I can just hop back on this game and get into games quickly. And from what I can tell, someone closer to it might have better input on this, but the competitive scene seems pretty solid. I kind of checked out some of the stuff they have going on with that, and looks like they're doing pretty good. And yeah, I think that's about it kind of for my overview here and playing the game in 2025. But anyone who hasn't tried it yet, I definitely recommend it if you're into shooters or competitive games. And if you do play it and like it, definitely let me know what you think, or some of your complaints, or what you want to see from Rainbow Six Siege X. And yeah, all in all, hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.